Well, not everyone is thrilled with things getting back to normal. Parenting expert Michelle McVitie has some tips on how to nudge your child out of the house and back into life. And good morning, Michelle. This is a problem we see sometimes every September. You know, kids are home for summer vacation, but now they've been home for months and months and months. And home is comfort to a lot of children.
Yes, and I mean, we can all relate. I mean, we've gone on vacation and then we have to go back to work, and it can be really hard. But yes, we are talking 18 months, possibly, maybe it's only been a few months, but the more practice your child has, the better. And so that's what we want to instill in our children is that this is normal. We've been asking you to stay home, not to talk to people. And now we're saying, let's go back. This can be very confusing. So normalizing some of that emotion would be helpful for sure.
And letting them know that maybe mom or dad is really upset about it too, right?
Yes, exactly. As long as we're not projecting our anxiety, because sometimes I've dealt with those parents that want their child to do more, do this, and then they won't take the elevator, they'll take the stairs. So chil- children learn what they live. And when they see that the adult is struggling, they may think, oh my goodness, something's really hard. So we do have to try to be a little calmer, but acknowledge and where they're coming from, their struggle. Of course, this is really confusing. I understand that this must be hard for you, and trying to meet them where they're at.
Okay, and you talk about taking small steps too, and consistent steps.
Correct. Yes, because we don't want to drop them into the deep end, right? So if, for example, they're going to go to camp, can we find out if there's any friends that are going to that camp? Can we stop by, meet the counselor, check the space out, get in front of a camera with your friends? Set up a play date, a one-on-one. Now that we can be outside, can we be around people? And then when they feel stressed, what can they do to help turn the volume down? We don't want to rescue all the time. We want to help them learn emotion comes up and then it comes down. We don't want to rescue them when they're at the top, because then they can't learn that it'll come down.
Right, and you've got some great coping mechanisms. We've got a board for this too, and it's just like things, like I looked at them, I'm like, oh, a lot of these are my coping mechanisms.
Yes.
Reading.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So I create these downloadables because it's just those little things that we want to do proactively. So my quiet spot can be where I can go snuggle, I can blow some bubbles, I can do some stretching, I can have a calm down jar. And this is a good way to explain stress. It's like this is our stress right now. And we don't think very clearly. What can we do to help turn that down? And when you're like this and your child's like this, not a good time to create a plan. But when they're calm on a Saturday afternoon, let's talk about a plan. How can we get there together? And your child may not want to go, but at least get them 50%. What do they value? What motivates them? And then support them along the way. It can be really hard.
Okay, great tips, and I love that calm down jar. Did you make
Yes.
it yourself?
I did. I have two, and this one has glue in it, so it's a little more lava-like.
Okay, we'll get your links up at chch.com, then maybe you've got the recipe to make one of those. Thanks very
Yes.
much, Michelle.
You're welcome. Take care.